So my name is Julien Epps. I'm in Electrical Engineering and Telecommunications, which is inside the Faculty of Engineering, and Hung Lee is my PhD student. So an email went out to all PhD students and all PhD supervisors in our school, and I suggested that she take the program. I think generally I would suggest any program like that I would tend to suggest to our international students, so I certainly suggested that to her. She seemed interested. I think she was keen to try it. Yeah. Just a little. I think it's always hard for international students. I can barely imagine what it'd be like writing a PhD thesis in another language. It's hard enough just in English with that as my first language. So I think really anything that can help international students to improve their English skills is beneficial. So I think before the program, I think she was maybe just a little below the average, probably for international students in my experience. But I do think a lot of that was related more to confidence than actual ability. Yeah. Absolutely, I felt that as a result of the program, her confidence had increased dramatically. And I think that really showed in sort of willingness and fluency of verbal communication. I think she just felt much more ready to sort of share where she was at and what she needed and those sorts of things with me. And I think her motivation seems much higher. I think she just feels more comfortable. And as a result, then I think that's really helped our communication. Yeah. No, I think it's completely fair to say that it's transformed her. So I think she's really, I've noticed in a very big way, opened up. She's made a number of personal anecdotes, which is something that often I don't sort of stop to sort of share anecdotes during meetings just due to time pressures, but I think it's certainly helped us relate better. And I think, yes, I think she just feels less inhibited. There's the main sense that I get. Okay. She's not holding anything back. Okay. That she feels more confident. That's fantastic. It is fantastic. Absolutely, yes. I'm sure it can. And that was one of my first questions to was to say, okay, who else would benefit in our school, and can we run a version of it for the school without realising, of course, it's open to everyone anyway. But, yeah, definitely. Look, in my experience, it was not a very heavy load for her. And I would say that the effect on her, the positive effects far outweigh any of the time really that was spent on that. I can see so many benefits really of the program. I don't know whether that would vary between different people in different situations, but I still very much recommend it. Yeah. Look, I think the way it was originally promoted is great, so just making sure it reaches out to all supervisors and PhD students. It might be helpful to have some case examples of students sort of talking about how it benefited them, and then also maybe they can share with the people in their lab, and I'm sure then everyone will come to know about how great it is. Yeah. Well, I'm very curious about the PELE program. Yeah. Since I've seen what it has done for her, I'm fascinated about how it works and how you've managed to achieve this kind of transformation. And I'm also fascinated for my own teaching to try to understand, how to take some aspects of the great things that you do and build them into my own teaching as well, definitely.